a 64 input console and a garage full of gear to basically mixing on a laptop, and I can do it anywhere. So for me, that's amazing, and I actually am very convinced that my mixes sound a lot better now than they used to. So it's not just a matter of convenience, it's a matter of actual progression, both of my work and the technology I use to do it. And then obviously just the shift in the record business. I mean, in terms of making records, anybody can do it now, which I think is great. Because there are a lot of artists who might never have had money to go into a studio, but now they can make their own records. So that's amazing, but it also means now people don't necessarily pay for records. So the distribution model has exactly the same technology behind it as the record making model, but that means that the money is sort of going away. And I'm very lucky. I make a living working on records, but I'd say every 2 years now budgets are cut in half on average. So that's a trend that really can't sustain itself overall. There are fewer and fewer artists who are actually making money selling music. It's always income from elsewhere. And the problem for people who do what I do, which is just make records, is that you have to allocate money to make records, and you don't tend to think of the money you make doing other stuff as money you should spend making a record. So if you make no money selling the record, well, you should spend no money making it. And that's a real issue. I'm lucky, but for people starting out and people sort of coming up, I think that's actually a real problem right now. Well, I mean, even though I don't use it for mixing, I still own a colossal amount of gear that's down at Mono Valley, which is just outside Monmouth in Wales. So all my gear has been installed there now for a couple of years. I love that Neve console. And when I see it now, it's like an old friend, you know, because I used to see it every day, and now it's like, oh, there's my buddy. I just like old stuff, and it's because it just looks cool. It usually smells cool. It usually gets warm while you're using it. So any old Neve console, I just love the aesthetics of it, and obviously the sound as well. I've got a pair of RCA KU3 microphones that I still can't quite believe how good they sound, because they just sound like you're in the room. So you make the most realistic recording of even the worst overdub, and it's still fun to listen to because it just feels so natural. Other than that, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's so much about kind of the feeling you get while you're in the room recording, and it's about the people and their instruments and things. So, like, I like pump organs more than I like recording gear half the time, just because they're cool. But yeah, anything old with wood or that gets warm